here. Hi guys, and welcome back to Making It with Dee. I am Dee, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you some of my sewing adventures. I know in the past few weeks I've added videos of me knitting. I did crochet videos. This week's video is about sewing, and I'm going to be just showcasing some of my sewing that I've done. I'm going to be focusing mostly on the summer outfits and also some sewing plans. So I've got some new fabric and I'd like to share some of my plans with you guys. If you're interested, if you like this kind of content, stick around. So I have been sewing for probably 5 years, a bit longer. A while, and I guess I have increased my skill level over time. I have attended a sewing class for about half a year, which is once a week, just to hone my skills a little bit, because I wasn't really sure that I was doing things right. I still dread doing zippers. I just freeze up. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to zippers, even though some people may find it the easiest thing in the world to do. I just know I have anxiety when it comes to zippers. So to start off my showcasing, I'm going to start with tops that I've made, and then we'll move on to skirts, and then we'll move on to dresses. And so because I don't wear trousers, I don't make trousers. So let's go. First item I want to show you is something I made in my sewing class. No, I did not make this in my sewing class. I'm lying. I made it from a pattern that my sewing teacher showed me or gave me, and it's a beautiful silk material and I love it so much. I struggled to sew with it because you know how slippery silk is, but it's a fantastic cream blouse made from one of the patterns by Assembly Line. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. The Assembly Line, they sell patterns online, sewing patterns. And so this is one of the blouses that I made, and I really love it. I chose a different layout. You'll see another blouse that I made as well using the same pattern, but I chose a different collar or different top. So for this one I used the open one, the open neck here, so that you tie it with a tie like this. And so I will show you later on the pinafore I made that I wear with this, or that I wear this with. Okay, so this is the first one. This blouse I made, it's got beautiful tie sleeves. It ties into a little bow, which is really cute. I think this was probably a McCall's pattern that I used to make this. It's got little pleats in the front and just a little, the neckline is pretty simple, straightforward, with a little button at the back to tie it all in. And I love this little, like a cheesecloth material that I use to make this with. It's easy to wear. It was fairly straightforward to make as well. But yeah, I love it because of the extra detail that's on here. I love the details on the sleeve cuffs that end up in ties like this. So that was that blouse. And then I tried this was probably one of the most complicated patterns that I've ever attempted in a shirt, because of the puff sleeves, and also I guess it's a shirt, you know. I struggled with collars, shirt collars before, but I made this collar. It's like a, I don't know what do you call this collar, but it's got the button placket down here, and buttonholes. I don't have a problem with buttonholes. I think I've learned a little bit about that. I love the panels in the shirt, and ultimately I got this material from my mother-in-law. She sent it to me, and I was kind of wondering what am I going to make with it. I didn't think I wanted it like a full length kind of, because it's so busy. I thought it would be nice if I could wear it with like a denim skirt or yeah. So I made this blouse, and very proud of myself because this product ended up looking really good, and the collars came out all right. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and I'll insert photos of me wearing it so that you can see what it looks like on. It was quite an undertaking, but I took my time with it because I usually rush and when I rush, because I want to finish, when I rush I make mistakes and it's not good. I've got so many projects sitting in my sewing cupboard that I messed up. I didn't finish because I messed it up. So there's that. So last summer I wanted something really bright, and I like pink and floral. And so I bought quite a bit of this material. I think it was on sale. Again at Spotlight, something I consider a store I consider to be fairly reasonable with their pricing. When I went to my sewing class, I don't know what it is with craft. People get this attitude about what it is, what type of material are you working with, and the same with yarns, like the same with knitting and crochet. There's this snobbery going on, and so I had a whole heap of, material snobs in my sewing class, and they refused to buy, fabric from the store that I buy stuff at. They go to these exclusive, fabric stores, and they pay up to like $50 a meter for something. Once again, it's a skill level thing for me, that I don't think my skills are up to par for paying that much per meter for something that I'm gonna make to wear, and it might turn out a flop, and then I wasted all that money. So yeah, money doesn't grow on trees in this household, so I kind of shop at where I can get things at a decent price. So I bought a lot of this because what I wanted to do, my plans were either to have a nice summer dress, but once I had the material, I thought, you know what, if I made 2 pieces using this, I can wear the 2-piece as as a dress. It can look like a dress, or I can wear them separate, and so I can wear the skirt with something with a different top, and I can wear this with a different skirt. So more bang for my buck kind of idea. So that's what I did. I ended up doing that. I used the assembly line shirt pattern, which is the same one that I used for my silk blouse, but as you can see, they've got different necklines. So this one's all the way around, and I didn't have enough material to make long sleeves, so I made it short, which is fine. It's perfectly fine. I didn't mind the short sleeves for summer. So there'll be pictures of me wearing this, and I love the way this color plays against my skin tone, so that's really cool. And I'll show you the skirt in a minute that goes with this. In fact, it's a perfect segue for me to get the skirt now to show you. I've just got 2 skirts to show you, 2 summer skirts that I made. I have more that I've made, but to keep the video in a decent amount of time, I just brought 2 skirts. So here is my skirt that I made for this top, and it's a 3-tiered skirt. So it's a tiered skirt, and I didn't use a pattern for this. My sewing class teacher had kind of measurements, and so she just helped me cut the right thing, because this is apparently one of the easiest things to make. You just cut rectangles, or you just cut strips in varying lengths, to make your tiers, and then you add a waistband. So there's this is the skirt that goes with that top, and when I wear them together as a dress, I have a white belt that I wear to over the waistline, but it definitely looks like a dress. But I'm also very happy that I can wear it as separates, so that's really cool. So that's one skirt that I made without a sewing pattern. I just cut this out, and so that was fairly straightforward. And this is one of my favorite skirts. So this skirt is a high-low skirt, and I love the satin material that I got. It was kind of like a, you know, factory seconds this material, the satin, but I love it so much. I tried to do a shirt dress with this material, and at that stage my skill levels weren't that great. I struggled with collar, and it was a nightmare, so I ended up wasting a lot of that material. But then I ended up doing this skirt, and this skirt makes me feel some kind of way whenever I wear it. I just love it so much. It's very kind of, I mean, flirty like, but I'm not that kind of person. But I just really enjoy wearing this skirt. I love the material, I love the way it feels, but I also love the fit of the skirt. And I always get compliments whenever I wear it. People say, "Oh, I love your skirt," and then I can say I made it myself, and they're like, "Oh, wow, that's so cool." Yeah. So that's one of my favorite skirts that I ever made, and I love it. I can wear it with various tops that I've also made. So sometimes I wear full-on outfits that I had made myself, and those are good days. So that's my skirt collection for summer. Not the full collection, but what I chose to share for this video. I'm going to now move on to my dresses. I've made several dresses, and I'm going to show you one winter dress only to show a pattern that I have used. So what we have here is a hooded dress, and I used this pattern from the assembly line to make this dress. The material I used is a baby corduroy with floral, different colors. I love this dress. I love the details in it. The sleeves, you know, you can adjust it however you like. You can do it with cuff, with like an elastic cuff, or without. So I chose to do the sleeve without the elastic cuff, but the bottom of the dress has an elastic cuff as well, an elastic hem. So that's just an extra detail. I love that the dress has these like panels, and you can't see it on this material, but the pockets are really nice and deep. So it has pockets. Who doesn't love a dress with pockets, right? So there's that. And then the hood. So I lined the hood with the same silk material that I made this blouse out of. So that's lined with that, and it's really cool. It's interesting for, not that I ever wear the hood when I wear the dress, but it's really good for my hair that this has got a silk lining and not a cotton one that'll get my hair stuck in it. So there's that. So this pattern is one that I now am trying to adjust, and I'll share video on what I'm trying to do with this pattern. Made this dress from material that my mother-in-law sent me, and I'll show you what that looks like. It's not finished yet, but I at least have something to show for it. So this is a very kind of, it's a different kind of fabric for me. It's got this like tropical or jungle themed, I don't know, it's black obviously, as you can see, but beautifully colored flowers on it, and there's some birds on here too. There are some birds on this pattern. It's just mixed in with the flower. You can hardly see it. But in any case, so I constructed this dress without the hood this time, so I put the neckline. It's not binding, it's the word will come to me, or not. And so I decided to break, in order to break the dark color, I used this like a mesh material to add the sleeves and also to add the pockets, and it's the same color as some of the pink flowers. So I thought, oh, I can do that. And I probably won't do I'm gonna do a cuff, elastic cuff as well on here, on this end of the sleeve, so that I think will look good. I'll do an elastic cuff here, and I'll show you photos of this dress as it is so far on. I'm wearing it, and I was thinking I might do, like I did cut an elastic hem, but I'm not sure I want to put it in. I think I just like the hem as it is, just a straight hem. Yeah, and then that's this dress. So I've shown you the hoodie pattern, the hoodie dress pattern, only to show you that I am now making a summer version of this dress using the same pattern. And yeah, I'm quite proud of that. So we'll see how this ends up. If I finish it before the video goes out, I'll put photos of me wearing it. Otherwise, I will just post it on Instagram, and you guys can have a look at my Instagram account. So that dress is in the making, so it's still a work in progress. Now I'm going to show you some of my finished objects, dresses that I made. So what we have here is another assembly line pattern that I got in my sewing class. My teacher allowed me to cut using her pattern, so I don't have the pattern to show you. But this is a dress with a zipper, an invisible zipper even. I obviously needed help with that, so I got my sewing teacher to help me out. I just love this cotton material that I bought also at Spotlight. So there's another one for the yarn, for the fabric snobs, that all the women in my sewing class were like, oh, that's such a gorgeous material. And I sneakily told them, yep, I bought it at Spotlight. I didn't pay $50 a meter for it, but it's got a linen look, linen blend almost, and it's just beautiful. Very straightforward kind of a dress, but looks amazing on. It has pockets. Once again, I love the dress with pockets, and it's got this cute little details in the back, just with the little gathering by the back bottom there, which just gives me extra room for, you know, the booty as it grows and expands. So it's very flattering fit, this dress. It's beautiful and I love to wear it. And again, it's one of the ones that I'm really proud of saying that I made this. So when I wear it and people compliment me on it, it's like, yeah, made that, you know. So there's that, this dress, and then off of the Peppermint magazine, they have some beautiful free patterns that I have had print at our local print shop in the A0 size, so that I didn't have to tape A4 pages together to cut out a pattern, because that would be so annoying. So I have what they call the everyday dress, and I made it with this beautiful material. I just love it. I love it so much, and I love wearing this dress because, you know, it just hides a multitude of rolls that you don't want visible. So I made this dress, and off of that pattern that I had printed, called the everyday dress. I will share the link with it, a link of it in this video, so you can see. Free pattern available to anyone who wants to have it. Again, we've got pockets, ladies. I love a dress with pockets. Who doesn't? And they're kind of hidden in here. And now if you want to, you can also make a belt. There's a pattern for like just a strip of fabric that you can make as a belt to wear around if you want to, you know, show off your waistline a little bit. I have made a different kind of a belt for it, and I'll show it. I'll show a picture of it in here. I didn't bring it with me to film, but it's made out of denim, so it's the same navy as this color in the dress, and it's a beautiful belt. It's very kind of Japanese looking. You'll see when I show you the photo. So this dress looked really big when I first made it, but you know what? I'm not a small woman, and so it just fits me perfectly, and I love it. So there's that dress, my everyday. It's called the everyday dress, and I certainly have worn it a lot. It gets a lot of wear, and I am planning to wear it again this summer. It's just, you know, you just throw it on and it's perfect, and you don't have any worries for what's coming throughout the day. And then another free pattern from Peppermint magazine, my goodness, they've been so resourceful, is a pinafore. Now this pinafore, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. So I got this material. It's from a lava. I don't know if anybody will know what that is. It's a Samoan kind of traditional cloth, and I got given it by a friend who is Samoan, and so instead of just letting it lay folded up as a blanket in my cupboard, I decided I could use it, you know, so I could wear it. And this pattern, I thought I was going to struggle, but my sewing teacher helped me to cut out the fabric so that I could have kind of this uniform look, and it's just so gorgeous. I mean, I'll show you photos of me wearing it. It's, I mean, phenomenal. I like, it's also got pockets and once again I used my silk fabric to make the pockets out of, so it feels really good on. And I also lined the top part and the straps with the same silk material. This dress, this pinafore, is also one of my better makes. The back, I just love the detail in it, you know. Now look at the back here. It's got buttons down. It's got a button panel down here, so it's got buttons going down the back. And the band, the waistband, is also it's the button panel starts at the waistband, which is really nice. And then how you sew the straps into the dress waistband as well with buttons. It's tied down with buttons. But I mean, this was an intricate-ish pattern, I thought, for me. Like, I consider myself a beginner, but I just love the end result, and I thought it was quite an accomplishment. So yeah, this is the extent of my sewing. I think this is the kind of skill level that I'm at. I feel like I can tackle more things now. So for my summer sewing plans, I bought myself some beautiful material, and I have some patterns that I'd like to share with you guys to show what I might make with this material that I bought. I bought myself a beautiful navy linen. I love navy. I don't know, there's something about navy that just looks expensive, and so I bought a navy linen that I am tossing up which pattern to use from my stash of patterns. I don't want to make anything with zippers. But I will show you some of the options that I have. And I've also bought myself a beautiful cotton gingham, which is just cream and beige, and I'll show you. So I have pre-laundered this material and ironed it just a little bit. So this is the gingham, and I just love it. I bought 3 meters so that I can make like maxi dresses. I love long dresses, but it might be mid-calf as well. I don't know yet, depending on the pattern that I'm gonna make, that I'm gonna use. So there's that, this beautiful gingham material, and this is gonna be my summer make. I might make something to wear, you know, around the Christmas period, as we have summer here in New Zealand and not winter at this point in time. And then there's also my favorite. I think I spent a lot of money on this fabric, but I did buy it at Spotlight, so I didn't go to one of those designer stores, but it is the most gorgeous linen fabric. When I went to the fabric store, which is, I believe, international, they send things, but they are based here in New Zealand. I paid the most that I would ever pay, really, for this linen. I paid, I think, either $16 per meter or $18 per meter for this linen. When I went to the fabric store to have a look if they had any like specials on or not, the same or very similar type linen would set me back double that price, so if not more. So it was about, the linen started at $32 per meter. You know, what's the point of making things yourself if it's not cheaper than buying, you know, this fast fashion? Because I don't know, I mean, I like the idea of making things for myself. It's just become so expensive. I don't know why I didn't choose a craft that is cheap. Nothing that I want to do is cheap. The knitting, the yarn is ridiculously priced. Crochet, same thing. And then fabric. I mean, what's a girl to do? Seriously, what is a girl to do? So, in my stash, my pattern stash, I have a few patterns that I might want to make. So here are a few patterns that I'm toying with, just kind of making a decision about what to use. This one's a easy. It's in the easy category, and I've made a black linen dress with this pattern before that I still wear. It's fairly straightforward to make, so I don't think that this would be a problem if I wanted to make, but I'd like something with sleeves, so I might use the sleeve pattern. It doesn't look very good on the pattern here, but I guess the material that you use makes a difference. Will determine how it turns out. So there's that one for the linen. This design your look, mix and match patterns is maybe something I would consider, but maybe not for these linens that I bought. I've made a couple of dresses with this pattern, mixing and matching, and so I really enjoyed this pattern because it's fairly straightforward to make. Then there's this dress that I have been interested in making for a while. It's also easy. It's got a collar, or without a collar you can do a tie down as well. And this is nice for linen blends, so it might be the idea, because the sleeves are not, it's attached to the top, to the bodice part of this dress, which would be very easy to make. It might be something that I will make longer, because as you can see the top here, this version of the dress is that gingham that I've got, which will be quite nice actually, now that I think about it. I might make this one with the gingham. And then I am a little bit dubious about this one. I'm not so sure if I have the skill set, because this one requires your invisible zipper in the back for this dress. I do love the shape of this dress though. It's very flattering to my body shape, so I think I will think about it. I actually really bought this for the collar, for the peplum blouse, and I really want to make that peplum blouse, but again it requires a zipper, and so I'm just a little bit anxious about zippers, so I probably won't do that one. And then there's this supposed easy pattern. It's also in the easy category, but it's got this like collar, and I have a slight anxiety with collars. But it's got a yoke as well at the top of the shirt dress, which I am not so sure. I could do it. I might attempt this one, I'm just not sure. Then I have another intricate looking dress pattern, which is suitable for linens and linen blends. It's beautiful, but once again we're talking zippers and things that I am not too flash on. But maybe if I am bold, I might. This is another linen, suitable for linen pattern. It's very plain looking, but I do like it. The only thing that I'm not so sure about is the sleeves. So you can make it long, or you can make it without sleeves, or you can make it with sleeves, and apparently you can change the fabric for the sleeves, but you know, you can also do it with the same fabric, and it might be an option as well, except once again we've got linens, zippers. We've got a zipper here that needs to go in. This is one of my kind of vintage patterns. I like the panel dress. It's very simple, and there is a zipper, but it's on the side, which I find might be easier to do, because then you don't get the bulge in the back when you don't do it properly. What I tend to find with the dresses that I have tried in the past with zippers down the back is that for some reason it bulges. Like I have to wear something over it, like a jacket or a jumper over it, to cover my zipper flaw, because I'm just not good at it. I don't know what I need to do. I've watched several YouTube videos, I just don't have confidence with zippers, and it shows on everything that I've tried. So I try to steer away from that, but I think a side zipper might be easier to camouflage, because it gets covered. Then there's this beautiful dress. Oh my goodness. Again, zipper. This is linen, very simplistic, but can be very elegant. It's just really elegant for me, this dress. And it is kind of sleeveless. It's got like a cap sleeve that's attached to the top of the dress. It's very straightforward. It's only three panels. The back is 2 panels and the front is just 1, and then the zipper. So yeah, that's a problem. And then we have this another vintage, very easy pattern. No zippers here, some collars if you want. You can have ties. I don't know. I think this might be a winner actually for me, because I will have no anxiety making this dress, and the material in itself will make it look elegant. Yeah, I think I like it. And it looks like there's one that's got little embroidery on the waistband and around the collar, and I'm really into embroidery, so I might do that and put some, and I won't put a color on there, I'll just use navy embroidery cotton and just put some little motif around here. I think that I like to customize my outfits with, you know, any which way that I can, and I think that will be really cool to add some embroidery around the collar, around the neckline, and around the waist just here with this pattern. That might be a winner, we'll see. And then last but not least, I've got this Lizette pattern, which looks really cute as well. I do love it. It's such a very, very girly type pattern, and this might be one for the gingham. Actually, this might be one for the gingham, but again, we're talking zippers here, invisible zipper. I don't know why I buy these patterns, because I know that I'm never gonna try it. This one hasn't even been opened. Look, it's got all the pattern pieces just like flat still. I haven't cut it at all because of my fear of zippers. Anyway, I think this video has been long enough. I hope you stuck it through with me to the end. If you have, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support for spending time with me, watching my videos. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. One of my next videos, I'll be sharing plans for knitting or crocheting, and I look forward to sharing that content with you guys. That's it from me here on Making It with Dee. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!